what you see, like a battery. I'm staying charged on my feet, I'm like a factory. Dropping lines like an assembly. I'm staying on point.
How you doing, guys? Welcome to ZukaTube, and today we're going to be reviewing the movie M3GAN, or M3GAN, or whatever you'd like to call it. But it just came out January 6th of 2023, and I'm here with my co-pilot, Tessa.
Hey, guys.
And I'm going to read this summary. We'll go straight into our little trailer. We'll talk about it, give you our review, pros and cons. You know the deal. We got a couple clips to play, and then we'll do our spoilers at the end. Now, let me read this summary here. It's M3GAN is a marvel of artificial intelligence, a lifelike doll that's programmed to be a child's greatest companion and a parent's greatest ally. Designed by Gemma, whatever. A brilliant roboticist. M3GAN can listen, watch, and learn as it plays the role of friend and teacher, playmate, and protector. When Gemma becomes the unexpected caretaker of her 8-year-old niece, she decides to give the girl a M3GAN prototype, a decision that leads to unimaginable consequences. So, yeah, let's play this trailer and then get right into this review.
I designed M3GAN to protect Katie from feeling lonely.
Crazy. It's insane, right?
Oh, don't I look nice? Biting my eyes, isn't it pure perfection?
M3GAN, your goal is to protect Katie from harm.
Super
both
creepy,
physical and
obviously, you see.
1, 2, 3, 4. I declare some war.
Nice
I won't
house.
let anything harm you. I love her.
M3GAN's not a person, Katie.
You don't get to say that.
Got your full attention.
Don't! Stop!
I got a couple clips to play from stuff like this.
What was that?
You should probably run.
Don't provoke, 'cause all we will push you
Like, that's not creepy, right?
I know you think you're maximizing your objective
Have I done
function.
something to upset you, Gemma?
Really?
sugar and spice and everything nice. No, that's not what we're made of. Don't provoke, 'cause all we will go.
This is the creepiest shit right here, this dance.
You'd have to shut her down.
Jesus Christ,
So
I thought we were
weird.
friends.
Might be pretty, but we're still
I have a new primary user now. Me.
You know, this trailer is like a little bit more than
Did you
I
make
thought
him
it would
do
be.
something bad?
Story, but like,
What are you?
they're gonna give you
I'm
every
M3GAN.
decent
baby.
highlight.
Don't
Like, that's
provoke, 'cause all
hilarious.
we
She
will
sprays her, the old lady.
That was
I
funny.
forgot about that part. That part was absolutely hilarious. She sprays the old lady with a fire hose right there in the trailer. But that was, yeah. So in the trailer, it shows that, you know, M3GAN is like this robot that her creator makes with her job. Gemma in this, she's a lady that works as a roboticist in this company that makes these little like Furby type things. And in the beginning of the movie, they show the niece and her parents getting into a horrible accident, and the parents don't make it, so she gets custody of the kid and doesn't know anything about how to take care of kids. And so in some things that happen with the company and things that are going on at home, she decides to utilize a product she's working on and give a prototype to her niece to help kind of alleviate the issues of having to take care of this new child that she has in her home. And it's very weird, but I feel like they do a good job. Like when you saw the newer remake of Chucky, it's like an artificial intelligence, like smart toy. That didn't really work for what everyone knows Chucky to be. But in this one, in M3GAN, it makes more sense because this is strictly a robot made. It's artificial intelligence. That's what it's portrayed as. There's no other, assumption of what M3GAN is from other movies or anything like that. And it does a good job of playing this particular type of, baddie. Now, what did you think of M3GAN?
So first off, I want to point out with what you said, how Gemma created her for the use of, taking care of the child. It was focusing mainly on the grief aspect of it too. So this is another one of those Slumberland movies.
And I do notice there's a lot of the talking about like the modern issue with children being attached to their tablet, their phone, you know, social media or whatever it is that keeps them onto a screen. And that's kind of like an accelerated thing that they're doing here. It goes right from their screen to this full AI robot companion. And obviously things go haywire. You see in the film or the trailer there. The trailer gives away like I feel like all the highlights of the movie. Like I hate it when they do that in this film. Like, because you'll watch the film and you'll be like, oh, I remember this, and this for the trailer. Obviously, you'll with any movie, but with this, you'll notice it for all the stuff that you wanted to see with this film. Like those are all like the key moments, basically. Because first, I want to play a little clip to show you like just some of the crazy stuff that goes down with this little M3GAN doll, and I'll start with just when the doll starts to show that it's not really operating as a robot that just, you know, follows the commands of its owner. And you'll start to see that in this clip.
You have to eat the toppings, Katie, not just the bread.
She's talking with that kid's being sassy,
You just did the one thing I asked you not to.
making
Research
faces.
shows that if you force a child to eat vegetables, then they'll be less likely to choose those foods as
And here
adults.
comes M3GAN
so?
trying to
Yes.
drop some
Experts say the
BS
preferred method is
science
to give
like,
your child
you should just give the kid what they
It's
want
called
because
education.
that's shown to be nice.
Then I'm not going.
Oh, come on, Katie.
She ain't going. Man, I'm cranky.
Hey, I'm sorry. Let's just talk about it. Hey.
Let me go.
Whoa. Hey, what's going on? Calm down.
Let her go.
Stop it.
M3GAN,
Dang,
turn
look,
off.
the light's
Are you
twitching.
sure?
She's showing she is synced up with the house. It gets progressively like more and more buildup of the robot acting a little funny as things progress and as the robot starts to learn more about the house, the kid, the everything. And something happens that kind of, you know, makes some issues for the robot and what causes this whole thing. And I'm not really going to spoil anything. But yeah, and things go really crazy, but it does take quite a while.
So basically, from the beginning, it shows Gemma's neglect, not only for, you know, the kid, but parts of her work. And you'll see that, you know, in the beginning when they're first showing off the doll. But we'll get more into that later. It's crazy what they let slip.
We see this M3GAN doll progress and get more and more rebellious, and then it starts to get violent. And I'll show you a cool clip of that because in the trailer I noted it, and it's a really funny part. And I know it's the practical effects in this are a little silly at times, but this is fun.
You're just a stupid rubber doll with fake hair. Ow! Let go!
You need to learn some manners, Brandon.
You need to learn some manners.
You know what happens to bad boys that don't mind their manners? They grow up to be bad men.
Like, look at that goofy, stretchy ear. It looks like a gummy ear, but it's so funny.
This is the part where you run.
Very silly, yeah, but cool stuff. And when that stuff happens, it's like, yeah, very Chucky-esque, and it's pretty hilarious. And the doll always looks super creepy, and it talks weird, and it walks weird, and the dancing thing is a little uncomfortable. I don't like it. It's
the
gross.
only thing that is creepy about that doll is just the way the eyes don't match with it. Like, the eyes are just a weird color, but like the eyes themselves are very pretty. It's just they make the doll look creepy.
Yeah. Well, they do a good job of that, at least.
I feel like it's always in the doll's eyes.
Yeah,
It's always the eyes.
I would say so. Like, they're pretty creepy.
Yeah.
This film, like, if you like, it's pretty fun if you like AI stuff, creepy doll stuff, you know, like the Chucky thing and all that kind of stuff. The sound is, you know, whatever. It's some of the music choices for this, especially the trailer, were silly, but I get what they're doing. But overall, cons wise, I would say that this movie is extremely slow for a while. Like, it's not that long of a movie, but like, you get over 50 minutes of like nothing big happening. And that's a real problem I have with a lot of, like, you know, horror movies, is like when it takes so long to get to the first like decent kill of a movie or something like that, that really bothers me. And the build up was just way too drawn out for me. That's a lot that I have an issue with.
A lot of the times I was like, what the actual fuck? And I don't know if this movie was made to be that way, but I didn't like it. It wasn't a good type of what the fuck.
As far as like my review goes, I would give this like a 6 out of 10. Like it's okay, but I would say like a 6 out of 10. It doesn't do it for me because of the length and how drawn out all of that stuff is. If they would have made it short and sweet and got right into like, you know, a lot of the stuff that you're waiting for in this film, I probably would have enjoyed it a lot more.
I'm only gonna give it a 5 because of the gore that was in it. But otherwise, I'd probably give it a 3. I just really did not like it. I just really thought it was stupid.
We got a 5 and a 6. This is a not recommend, clearly, and let's get right into the spoiler section. Spoilers. Boop, 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 doop.
Boop, boop.
You know, obviously at the end of this film, Megan's going to lose their shit, go nuts, try to kill everybody, and they're obviously going to have to defeat Megan. And they have this part at the end where there's a fight, and the kid swoops in with the robot prototype that she worked on when she was in college, you know, this Bruce thing, and she fights it, and then, you know, they do what they got to do to get the upper hand, beat the hell out of this robot and win. And I don't always like that kind of stuff. That really pisses me off because, like, a lot of times I want people to lose in a horror movie, or at least more lost than that. That was just like an over-the-top heroic kid moment.
Yeah, I think the ending was dumb as well. Honestly, they could have done so much more with this movie. And they just bombed it, especially at the end, because you know nothing's going to change. So I don't think people like that learn their lesson.
A 5 out of 10 and a 6 out of 10. And also at the end, they have a little thing where they kind of show that Megan can still exist because she synced herself with the smart home stuff and her AI still exists. But without the big epic, you know, robotics, like, what are you going to do? And you never know, it still might go to sale and whatever. But they don't really show you what happens. They don't give you a good clip of that. But with that being said, a 5 and a 6 out of 10. We don't recommend. And that's ZukaTube out. Peace.
Bye, guys.
Let me get on one. Nah, go get your tracks up. Homie, can I steal some? Homie, you can't stack up. My brother, can you shout me? You're barking up the wrong tree. My dog, why do you doubt me? Cause you can't do shit without me.
Real like the radio and never play it, but that's cool. The enemy's supposed to hate it.